Welcome back to Lenz's Comic Corner Classics, Non-Classics. This is episode number 1983 and Doubleshot number 1877. Forgot to mention last episode, that was 18 episodes away from episode 2000. This one's 17 episodes away. So, with this one we have a Wonder Woman trade and a Power Rangers trade. Power-based characters. Alright, first up we have Wonder Woman Warkiller by Gail Simone. Artwork by Aaron Lepsey. This book contains issues 33 to 39 of Wonder Woman Volume 3. Also, this is the second last trade to collect Gail Simone's run for Wonder Woman. You're thinking, really? Technically, her final issue she worked on for the book was issue 600, but that was a short story. I do not know if that's actually in the very next year, which I'll do in our Comic Corner. Now, Warkiller itself, mostly put anyways, this is most about the Baja, the Amazon Baja. They're basically a splinter tribe of Amazons who worship the Egyptian gods instead of the Greek gods. They come back to Themyscira. We also see the return of Ares. First time in a long time he'd been seen. Now, you might be asking, when was the last time he physically appeared in this book? I believe the start of Gail Simone's run for the book. And he's got a scar now because Wonder Woman did to him. He's basically here to basically end war stuff. But this book, by the way, Bernard Chang is on the artwork. Thinking, really? Bernard Chang? Wait, that name sounds very familiar. Wasn't he the artist of Brian Nazarilla's run for Wonder Woman? A run that came out like 2 or 3 years after this run came out? Yes. Yes, indeed. One thing I do enjoy about the Wonder Woman book is that they at least keep the artists on for more than like an issue two before they switch before the issue 2. Yes. Aside from Aaron Lepsey on the artwork, Matt Ryan co-does the main issues. For some reason, the trade list was pages 50 to 70 and pages 93 to 106. I have no idea what the heck this is. Aaron Lepsey does the color with Hi-Fi, who's a colorist here. Mm-hmm. Now, in case you're curious about this book, was there any one-shots, aside from the one annual this volume had? Was there Secret Files Origins, any kind of one-shot release along with this period of time? Nope. Not really. Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. Now, one of the things about this trade, now in the storyline here, one of the big things here is that Nemesis ends his relationship with Wonder Woman. Had been building up since the start of the run. Actually, that was started with the second run for the book, which Gail will continue that. Their relationship ends. Also, Wonder Woman gets in a fight with her sister, Donna Troy, who she fully accepted her sister now. Yep, that's pretty much the big things that happens here. But there's basically 2 stories. The first is called Birds of Paradise. The other, of course, is called Warkiller, which basically is the rest of the trade. Yes. It's interesting that the fact this trade collects roughly, if you think about it, this trade only collects, roughly about 6 issues. Yeah, 6 issues. Where you have basically a 2-parter to start with. A 4-part finish of the rest. Also gets appearance. Now, this first work also gets appearance by the beautiful Black Canary. Yep. Yeah, so they basically dress up. It's just so fun seeing her here. And it's just so nice. Yeah. Great stuff with Black Canary. She's in the first story arc. And you might be thinking, is there any guest art aside from Black Canary in the first story arc in the Birds of Paradise? Birds of Paradise is probably a nod to Birds of Prey, which I think had just relaunched in this period of time. Yes, I believe so. Basically, they also ran into, of all people, it looks like Dr. Psycho. Yes, for some reason, Dr. Psycho. Yep. But yeah, really fun stuff. Wonder Woman and Black Canary. Yeah, then Warkiller, which basically is 4 parts, starts out with Wonder Woman going giant size. Basically, Wonder Woman begins to fight with, actually she's flying, punching Giganta, who she later basically forms alliance with. Yeah, apparently that she's here for something else. Yeah, and this is basically, I think this is Gail Simone trying to redeem her, turning into an anti-hero. Also, get this. Did you know that she put her in a relationship with Roy Cheeto? Which the relationship started out with basically having her nearly swallow him? Not kidding about that. So, let me get this straight, Gail Simone. You put her in a relationship with a guy she threatened to basically swallow, and she falls in love with him. Yeah, this is weird. Yeah, a man who can basically go to the size of 6 inches and basically a woman who falls for her. By the way, here's Vegito. Yep, and this actually was well before he was being murdered by frickin' Deathstroke. Yep. Yeah. But yeah, I love everything in here. Just so nice. And here's Ares with the sliced up helmet. Yep, I'm not really sure what is up with the frickin' knee pads. Yeah, Giganta had that too for some reason. And also you have Wonder Woman, by the way, is completely naked in bed. And apparently she doesn't have a problem basically showing her chest to frickin' Ares. And, like, so gross. He licks the thing. It's, like, so gross. Ugh, licks the thing. And, of course, you have one of the Amazons getting pregnant here. And, of course, the fight between, like I said, Donna and Diana. And, well, that's it. Yeah, really good stuff here. Potential house replace Amazon. We did it before. Yeah, love it. This trade is just really good. I'm going to give basically this trade here a 9.5 out of 10. Next up it is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Beyond the Grid. This collects issues from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic issues 31 to 39. I made a mistake last month with when I basically got my hands on the 2 trades to collect Shattered Grid. I didn't notice this thing also had the actual complete edition of it. So this time I made sure to not make that mistake again. So Beyond the Grid edition was 2 volumes. Basically volumes, I believe, were like 9 and 10. Now, oddly enough, this 6-man team here, who are basically, the members are, get this, the members are Coda from Dino Charge. We have Aisha from Power Rangers Zeo. Andros from In Space. Karome, well, the version that popped up in Lost Galaxy. We have the also version of Kimberly from the Lord Draken universe, the Ranger Slayer. We also have Cam from Ninja Storm. Yes, that was a strange addition. And by the way, he's one of 2 6 Rangers here. The other course being Mike, aka the Magna Defender. Yep, and they're not the only ones pop up in here. Now, they're on Peregrine, a.k.a. Terra Venture, with Grace. Yeah, they're basically trying to restore the grid. Now, I forgot to mention this in the last review I did of this series. Kyle Higgins left the book with issue 30. Yeah, he left. And then pretty much the rest of the book is done by Margaret Bennett. Yep. Yeah, this book pretty much, like I said, contains issues just 31, 39. These issues came out roughly about 3 to 4 years ago. And by the way, this Terra Venture, that's pretty much what it's called, the Promethea. But you look at, yeah, that's Terra Venture from Lost Galaxy. Which, yeah, it was revealed in this book that apparently Grace designed Terra Venture. I'm like, that's interesting. And one thing this book likes to have is these 2-page spreads. They have to basically decrease the size of this thing. Now, pretty much they're off exploring space, dealing with many other things. Now, it is interesting though. We have 2 people from Lost Galaxy, one from in space, one from down. Now it's like we're from like several different eras. Like Ninja Storm is from Disney's era, Dino Charge is from Neil Saban. Everybody else is pretty much from the original Saban era in this book. Plus, I love the fact they included the blueprints of Terra Venture. I'm calling it Terra Venture because that's simply what this thing is. You're probably thinking, how do I know this is Terra Venture? I watched the damn show. That's how I know. I repeated this before when I talked about my Super Sentai reviews. I have watched for the entire history of Power Rangers. I basically watched from the start, all the way up until about episode 4 of Super Dino Charge. I have not watched the rest. You might be curious though. Have watched any episodes of Ninja Steel? Yes, one episode, the Silver Anniversary episode, Dimensions in Danger, for Beast Morphers, the series that came afterwards. I have seen a couple episodes of that one. It's really fun with that one, where basically they do the 3 Dino Team movie, which feature a crossover between, I think it was like Zoo Ranger, Alba Ranger, the something that was out for Dino Charge, and Go Busters. Absolute great movie. There's a joke about, oh look, it's Super Terror with 3 heads. Yes, that was so funny on the part of Jason to say, and it's awesome the fact that Austin St. John came back for that particular episode. First time he's come back to the series since Forever Red. No, I'm not kidding about that. I'm not counting the clip show he did during Legacy from Dino Thunder. That doesn't count because that was a clip show. But this is his first in-person appearance since Wild Force. First time in like almost 20 years. And apparently it looks like his face has gotten a little chubbier, which I thought that was kind of weird. Oddly enough, Jason Flaunt, who actually going to be at Comic-Con, hopefully get a chance to be at Comic-Con in a few months. Well, when I last saw him, believe it or not, 8 years ago, he looked in great shape for a man his age. Yeah, a lot of the Rangers, a lot of the actors, Power Rangers, a lot of them, with the exception of like a couple of them, do pretty much stay in shape. Probably due to Austin Young getting older. It's probably the reason why he looks so different. So they all morph up. Yeah, and Kimberly, like I said, is the Ranger Slayer from the Royal Dragon universe. Now, it is strange though they have Cam here. Yes, Cam. Who, by the way, came like, was about 4 or 5 years after Lost Galaxy. Because between Lost Galaxy and Ninja Storm, you had Lightspeed Rescue. Actually, it was like 3 seasons between Lost Galaxy and Lost Galaxy and Ninja Storm. Basically, you had Lightspeed Rescue, Time Force, Wild Force, and that's it. You had 3 seasons between. Interesting, I'll throw it in a minute, but Coda is for the most furthest in the future. Coda, I'm very happy to see him in this book because I think for a lot of people, he's probably the most popular character from Dino Charge. Because the thing with this character is, I watched a little bit of the Sentai counterpart. Sentai counterpart is always a bunch of old man jokes with him. And the thing is, Coda is a freaking caveman. He's actually the oldest Power Ranger in history of the franchise. Yep, so yeah, Corona's here. She's the Pink Ranger. Though she looks like she changes outfits here. I'll get some more of that outfit later. So, after with various other stuff here. They at one point go to a planet called Sentai 6. Yeah, I will explain that in just a minute when we get to it. Because that's not from Dino Charge. Yes. By the way, main villain this thing is like, Blood. This guy here is your main villain. I think he's like the main villain remainder of the series. Oddly enough, the main My Hero team, they're pretty much not a factor in these issues. Don't know why, but they are not. Yep. They also run some Elorians in here, which is interesting to say the least. Love the big space stuff in here. It's so awesome. Yeah, and one of the most weirdest things, they also get Zords in space, which is strange. Yes. Yeah, a bunch of basically Zords, and they all take command of them. And then we have Karome, where she becomes basically this. It's referred to as a Omega Ranger. They explain this a little bit later about what those things are called. So they're fighting this thing. Yeah, a place called the Void. And here's Sentai 6. Sentai 6, another Super Sentai. And this guy here, this is Hickel. Right here, the guy with the cloak. You're probably thinking, who's the Birdman, you might ask? Well, there is a bit of an explanation for him. Believe it or not, in the Sentai footage, the one I have seen a little bit of Dino Charge counterpart, this guy was actually Keeper's Sentai counterpart. No joke. This guy seriously was sent to counterparts. I'm not really now. Basically, I do have the Keeper's Tower, which is this guy apparently is Keeper, but not really. I have not finished watching Down Charge, so I only know about this because of Top of the Fourth Wall's Hit Your Power Rangers. But it's interesting though they visit this place. But my guess because it's connected to the Down Charge universe. Yep. And by the end of the story, they all become a generation of Omega Rangers. So basically, they abandon their original costumes for brand new suits for reasons. Yeah. So, this is basically what it become. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. The Omega Rangers. Yeah, for some reason they changed their outfits to look like this. Love the fact they kept the same color scheme, which good job on the part of them. I think the only change they made here is Kimberly, because her outfit was mostly pink and black. This is purple. But if you're counting, how many Rangers do you see here? Is it 6? It's 7. Yeah, 7. And yes, in the book, in case you're curious, do they have the Rangers when they go to their constantly start to do their classic Morphin golf in the show? Yes, they do. Like have Andrew say, "Let's rock it," or I think it was like Magna is like Magna Power or something like that. Yes. But this book is just pure awesomeness at its finest. I love it. I give this book a 10 out of 10. It's just really good. And I can't wait to discuss basically. They also have this weird thing in here where like Kimberly and it looks like this new alien who's also Ranger 2. It's implied that they're basically kind of putting these two in a relationship. Yeah, it's okay. Referred to as the Solar Rangers. Yes, the Solar Rangers. I love the fact for the green one. At least I gotta praise the artist for making his helmet look like his traditional samurai outfit. Magna's black solar suit looks very similar to Magna. Here's one for you. Red Space Ranger. Him and Zeo, the helmets are so similar that it's not too different per se, but you might be asking, why the heck would they bother even updating these damn costumes? Answer, do not know. It is by far one of the most strangest things that comes to this series. But you might be thinking, okay, do they go back to the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger stuff? Yes, they do. They go back with the very next trade, so don't worry about that. That's part of the necessary evil story arc. But yeah, that's pretty much the particular view. Love Power Rangers, and I'm going to make an announcement here. I'm going to be soon getting back to watching Super Sentai. Probably the next couple days, I'm going to finish up. I'm working on the fourth volume for Bullfree, so I'm going to read that and then watch the last few episodes of the season. Then I'm going to resume watching Go Ranger. Yep. So expect to see reviews by this weekend, at the latest. Hope so. Yep. But yeah, love reviewing Power Rangers. Can't review more. And you might be curious though, do I have on this app, do I have checked out the next 2 volumes for Saban's Go Power Rangers? Yes. Do I have the final trade for Wonder Woman by Gail Simone? Yes. Do I have the most recent trade that come out for Wonder Woman? Trial of the Amazons? Yes. What are ones I checked out here? You're going to find out. Because I picked some ones basically that I felt like reviewing. Because basically that they reviewed. Mainly the reason why I decided to continue reviewing the My Power Ranger stuff, all the Spawn's Go Power Rangers, because I really want to get a chance to do the current stuff. The 2 separate series, Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers. I am very much looking forward to review these 2 series, because here's the thing, I have been a long time Power Rangers fan since the late 1990s. Actually, more like about 2001. Better part of like 20 years. The first series that I actually did watch while it aired, mostly from the start up until the finale, was Power Rangers Time Force. The only thing I missed from the show was the team up they had with Light Rescue and the premiere and the finale. Those are the only episodes I missed. But I did watch pretty much all the episodes when they originally aired back in '01. And you might be curious, though. What was the first Power Rangers series that I did watch the premiere for when it aired? The answer is Ninja Storm. Yep, that was the first one. First season I watched from start to finish. Didn't miss a single episode. Actually, did miss one, but I kind of forgot about this one. Was SPD. That was the first one I did for. Mystic Force was actually the first one since Wild Force. I did miss the premiere when it aired, but I did watch. I actually still never watched the premiere of Mystic Force, surprisingly. I did watch the finale of Mystic Force. RPM, great show, very underrated. I do agree with that. Yeah. Now I have watched a lot, pretty much like in the case of the original Spawn stuff. I couldn't watch it when I was a kid because apparently, according to my parents, I was imitating the Power Rangers themselves when they were on the air. The first show I was kind of watching when it was on the air was Lightspeed Rescue. That was the only one I remember watching. But the first almost complete one was Time Force. Yes. Though a lot of the shows I've watched are really good. I will probably do a special review series talk about Power Rangers, how I feel about the particular series. I might think of doing that because I watch a lot of them. So I might not discuss every single episode in detail. Would it be similar to my Super Sentai review series? Depends. But if you want basically full in-depth stuff about history, about the Power Rangers TV show, watch Power Rangers from top of the fourth wall. They do an absolute great job. They pretty much reviewed everything up until recently. I will probably get a chance to watch the rest of Downcharge and pretty much the next couple series. You might be curious though. Haven't watched any episodes of Downcharge? The answer is no. I have never watched any episodes of Downcharge. You're thinking, really? You're a Power Rangers fan? You haven't watched the last few shows? I'm busy with other stuff, so I've just not had a chance to watch any of this stuff. So I may get into the future, but who knows, okay? But yeah, so that's a particular view. Tomorrow I might get time to watch The Great Job of the Feet. If not, I'll save for Friday. I'm also going to hopefully get a chance to watch the Mushoku Tensei OVA. I plan to watch it really soon because I believe the second season is premiering next year for Mushoku Tensei. Let's see. It's set to come out next year, but there's no announcement for it. But I really do want to get it done. Yes. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for Circle of You. So stay tuned for tomorrow for my other stuff, okay? Thanks for you. Bye.